Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of rehearsals for Finding Magic. My name is Beverley Bishop and I've written the show and will be performing in the show, where the first performance is going to be on the 11th of October, so it's not long actually. Day 3, so we've had 2 days already. And I'm still excited, possibly slightly less, not less excited, that's the wrong word. I'm probably a little bit quieter today than I have been in the past 2 days. I'm still really excited, but I'm possibly a bit more thoughtful today on day 3. And as it's day 3, I'm going to hand over to my director, Peter Beck, and I'm going to ask him 3 questions about our experience yesterday, or more specifically, I think, how it was for Peter yesterday, and then I'll answer the same 3 questions. So we've got 3 questions for day 3 for Finding Magic. So I'm going to hand over to Peter. There you are, Peter Beck.
Good morning.
So, 3 questions. Can you see? Oh, here I am. 3 questions. First one, yesterday. What gave you joy?
What gave me joy? Well, I think the obvious one is we are in a theatre and we're creating work, and we've not been able to do that for a long time. So the Puppet Theatre very kindly set up the venue so we can social distance. We're in our own bubble. The venue was cleaned, etc., before we could use it. So we know we're in quite a privileged position there. So we're creating work. But I think the thing that brings most joy is when you are in a process where you are looking for the moments of reveal, as much invention as you can get in there. You're looking to make the temperature of the moments and the language right at any given time. So it's a really rewarding creative process.
And what would you like more of?
I think for anybody who's working in theatre, the process is always, one of the greatest parts of it. So I think for me, let's just carry on creating things, trying things out, experimenting, seeing how the different sections and various lines can work or not work. And then doing a bit of this is sort of reflecting back to ourselves what we've done.
And how do you feel right now?
How do I feel? It's funny because you think you just go back into rehearsals each day thinking, right, we're doing more of that, we know what we're doing, etc. But I always get a slight feeling of trepidation before a rehearsal, just hoping that it's going to flow, it's going to work, that it's not one of those days where everything seems a bit tricky or an effort or whatever, that it's a good day in rehearsals.
Good. I'm going to answer the same 3 questions, actually. So the first question was, what gave me joy yesterday? Do you know what genuinely gives me joy? It's the fact that even though I've written it and I'm performing it, I've no idea what's going to happen in the rehearsal room. And it is really like magic that at the end of the day, a scene or 2 scenes or 3 scenes have been shaped. Because in my head, I don't know what the show's actually going to look like. I know we've already filmed the clown scenes because we have transition scenes which involves me being a clown on the screen, and I had the film idea in my head for a while, so when I was writing it, that was always there. But actually, it's kind of now Pete's vision. So for me, I don't know what that's going to look like yet. So, like, when I got home last night, I thought, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen today. Oh, wow, where did that idea come from? So I'm finding that really exciting because I'm starting to see the show in a different kind of way, and that's given me joy. That's really I'm really, really enjoying that. What would I like more of? Well, I guess presently more of the same. We've got quite a lot to get through. I'm really enjoying the movement, really enjoying being physical and just playing around with the space and using my body and being really quite physical, because there are quite a lot of words in the piece. And how do I feel? A bit more pensive today. It's not that it's getting serious, it's always been serious, but I think my head's in all. I've got quite a lot to do. Still quite excited. And yesterday I was tired. We actually finished a little bit early because I was physically and emotionally exhausted. It was helpful, I think, though, because I think I went to bed and went through my lines. So actually it's important for me to rest too. So I'm less tired today, so I'm raring to go.
I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to surprise Bev with an additional question, which is, as performers, we usually performing someone else's words. So I'm going to ask, what's it like to hear the words that you've written being performed out loud?
It's weird because it feels like they're not my words. When I'm saying them, they are my words, obviously. And it's got, they're the words I'd use, got my intonation, and it's my personality because I'm playing myself, which is quite different. I've never played like myself talking directly to the audience before. I've done presentations before, but it's been more working from a series of bullets and presenting, where this is a script. But it's weird because even though they're my words, it feels like I'm approaching it almost as an actor who's been given a script and she's interpreting the words in that script, even though the words are my own. In the context of the whole piece, it feels like I'm almost detached from it, which is interesting. And there are bits when I'm thinking, did I write that bit? Oh, crikey. Oh, that's interesting. Where did that come from? So, yeah.
What about the idea that it's quite revealing? So if you're an artist and you're having a private view and your work's on the walls, you're on show, really, like a writer is.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says, oh, I've read your book. And so, you feel like you're on show. Mm-hmm. In this, it's a very personal piece. There's a personal journey in it. What's it like to feel, or do you feel, quite exposed by it?
I will feel exposed. I think this show, well, in many ways, I'll be at my most naked, like emotionally naked, because I'm laying myself bare, I guess, because it's my story, my emotions. I'm expressing my thoughts and feelings. So I think I'm being quite vulnerable in a creative way, and there's an element of, well, this is me, this is who I am, this is where I'm at this very moment, and I'm making something creative with it. So I do feel really quite vulnerable, I guess, but it's all right to be vulnerable, and that's what I'm learning as I'm getting older. It's all right to be vulnerable. It's a bit scary, but it's all right. It'll be interesting to see whether I say that this time next week.
and I think being vulnerable is often what actors are very used to. Doing on stage, because you're having to display a range of emotions. One of the interesting things for me has been to see when Bev needs to turn on the sort of more mechanical side of the actor and to sort of push through any personal thoughts and emotions that might stop her from doing the business. It's like a skill really to switch that. We better end it there. It's gone very serious, isn't it?